Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Wisconsin Badgers taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Badgers offense takes the field to start this game off. And here comes the quarterback, and one thing you know for sure, with this team, as he goes, so goes the offense.
And he's a big-time talent, Reese. This guy can hurt you in a multitude of ways, throwing and running the football. He's going to have to be dialed in, though, because this defense...
And the quarterback was knocked down back at the 13.
And you had all day to stew on and get excited and dream about getting sacks, and it took no longer than the first play to get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This defense has been doing it all year long.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double-team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return, it's Abraham. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Wolverines offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for a crease. It's Pryor. Strong, firm tackle.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was 2nd and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. And boy, is he close to that first down. A couple of inches short. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Nice move to keep moving. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Wolverines have pushed it inside the 20. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this summer.
Touchdown, Michigan! What a catch and run for 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they move the ball 43 yards on that drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Looking to throw, it's Yates. Gets it to the back. And more yards. He smashes his way through again. The Wisconsin quarterbacks always know their role. Sometimes they got to make the big plays, from a Darrell Bevel to a Russell Wilson.
And knowing your role means knowing that you're going to hand the football off a lot, and you're going to be a play-action team and pick and choose your spots. But it won't be an offense with Wisconsin that is opening up. He's throwing the football 30, 40 times a game.
And the Badgers moving quickly to the line. The give out of the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Badgers send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Pulls it in. It's Pryor. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of him.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling past and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He wants to throw. Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be second down.
Good job on defense getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Looking to throw on second down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Pryor. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
They'll try the run. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some...
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Well, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Northwestern was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Darnell Autry and company delivered in that magical 10-win season of 1995. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Wants to throw. It's Yates. Fires to the tight end. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. You know, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now, or being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in his zone.
Don't try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Badgers line up to punt it away. Looking for a block. It's Abraham. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field there so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
A first down sack can be a drive killer. Now it's 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Cantrell. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
On fourth down, going to the air. Lofts one high and deep. The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over. Offense set on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Makes a connection. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? He wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Tackled there by the defense.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and this guy can gash you.
Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this third and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They'll play it safe and try for 3. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Michigan! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring. So they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick that you can go to.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Scanning the field, it's Yates. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Flips it out to the back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. This offense has a second down play. He's looking to throw. Makes the pass. It's complete. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Badger.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Clock sits at 13 seconds to play in the first half. They'll have to be very efficient as they take over 1st and 10. Wants to pass it. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Got his man. Afterburners coming. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Badgers will kick it off to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
That's the way to start a drive. Now they'll snap it just shy of midfield. Power football with the run.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. On the ground with the counter. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, no surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half. Running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps...
Touchdown, Michigan! And the route is on.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again. With that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Florida Atlantic is up big right now in what's shaping up to be a blowout they'll remember in Boca for some time. They're up by 18 over the Pandas. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Pulls and fires complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
On first down from their own 22. Dropping back, it's Yates. Takes his shot. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It'll be a draw. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Badgers have this offense rolling. They'll keep it on the ground. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
To the ground with the back. At the 45 on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one.
Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense, to be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Running with power. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
How about that play by the speed back? We hear about speed backs, and he's not the guy that runs in between the tackles. But let me tell you something. When you're trying to catch a guy like that, and you're running full speed with everything you have, a lot of times you're just trying to get him to the ground, and you're not trying to put a good shot on him, and then all of a sudden they're breaking tackles.
And that pass picked off. Looking for more room. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, and this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some... And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack. And the Badgers will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the return, it's Abraham. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Line gets set, first down. This guy can throw it. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Crosses the 45. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage total.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. He makes a catch. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Touchdown, Wolverine! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Yeah, salt into her wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Touchdown, Michigan! And the pummeling has started. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5.
The return is brought down in the 21, and the Wisconsin offense will take over.
And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think that...
Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing. You could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
They're going to throw it again. Going for it all. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Spits it out to the back. It's complete. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. The corners are walked up tight. He's got his man across the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Quick release by the QB. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Second down coming up. To the air, it's Yates. Deep shot for the end zone. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the chains for the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. The offense set for a first down play. He's looking to throw. Snags it over the middle. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
And here comes the offense on second down. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting a run, not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
I'll say, watching this offense this year, one of the things you have to be really happy about is their ability to move the sticks. This is one of the top 25 offenses in the country in getting first downs. That running back is one of the biggest reasons. He is a weapon.
And he's running in the open. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got...
And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but Until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Clemson was far from the friendly confines of Death Valley, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Now on second down after the incompletion. Looking to pass. It's Yates. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Badgers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Now the chance to take a knee and just put the finishing touches on this victory.
Yeah, and this offense has done their job, man. They've been so productive, built the lead. Listen, their defense has pulled their weight as well. But now, Jesse, you get to exhale, you get to breathe, and you know we got the W, and we played well.
And we got to think about where we're taking our girlfriend and parents for dinner, right? What side are we ordering with our giant steak? We've earned it in this game. Now it's time to go celebrate.
After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. The give from the gun. On the move at the 30. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quick pass on the jet motion. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm